Yeah, good morning, everyone. You're welcome to our training, so our technical training. So we're still expecting some people to join us. So, but I'm going to start now. All right, you're all welcome to ZK BioAccess IVS. So in this training, I'm going to be taking you through the introductory part of BioAccess IVS. So I'm going to be showing you why you need BioAccess IVS. So what we are going to be talking about, we're going to be talking about software, the software in particular, BioAccess IVS. We're going to be making some comparison between BioAccess IVS and uh, ZK Access 3.5 and Biosecurity V5000. Now I'm going to be showing you some solutions around it, and I'm going to be answering some general FAQs so that frequently asked questions. So let's start with the software. So we've all been using prior to now, we've had a lot of people adopting ZK Access 3.5. So and people don't really get what people tend to confuse ZK BioAccess IVS with ZK Access 3.5. So, and I would like to tell you all that ZK Access 3.5 has been discontinued by us for a very long time now. So, because I still get a lot of people telling me to give them support on ZK Access 3.5, and we don't give set support to ZK Access 3.5. Although, if you've been with us since, let's say, 2010, 11, 12, so you would have adopted a lot of technical skills. So because ZK Access 3.5 is out there for everyone to use, the license is free. You can use, but you won't be getting our support on ZK Access 3.5. So ZK Access IVS is a light world based security platform developed by ZK Teco. So ZK BioAccess IVS is just like an upgrade to ZK Access 3.5. So I still don't get the reason why people tend to use ZK Access 3.5 when there's an upgraded version of ZK Access 3.5, which is ZK BioAccess IVS. So it comes with a lot of functionalities that fulfills management requirements of small to medium-sized business. So ZK BioAccess IVS is designed to support small to medium-sized business. So let's say you're having an organization of 50 to 100 employees, and you would need just a small a small management access control platform to integrate the leader of the access control uh, devices that you have. So you can go for ZK BioAccess IVS. So I'm going to be showing you the functionalities. I'm also going to be showing you the modules in real time. So I'm not just going to be showing you the slide. I'm going to be showing you the modules, and I'm going to show you how to add uh, a device to the access control function of BioAccess IVS. So let's move on. So this is the software comparison on our screen. So this is the software comparison. So we have ZK Biosecurity V5000, we have ZK BioAccess, and we have ZK Access 3.5. So as you can see, these are the comparisons between. So, but one major thing that makes BioAccess IVS? Because people are saying why. I want to know the upgrade. I want to know why I can't keep using my ZK Access 3.5. So one thing about ZK Access 3.5 is that you can't manage your platform remotely, and ZK Access 3.5 can't support uh, most of our devices, our new generation devices. So you'll find yourself in an instance where you get new gen devices and you try to configure them with ZK Access 3.5. It won't work. ZK Access 3.5 doesn't work with visible light face recognition series devices. So you so that's one of the reasons for the adoption of you should adopt ZK Access IVS. So and in ZK Access IVS, you can do remote view, you can do remote, you can do multi-login, and you can do remote login with ZK Access IVS because ZK Access IVS is a web-based, not a web-based in the sense you're going to download it. So, but there's an interlinkage with the platform and the web server. So it uses a web server. So in a case where uh, you can share your IP address to, let's say, someone in if you're an organization that uses a public IP address, or you are within the same organization and you want multi-login. So okay, the first scenario is the first scenario is you are within an organization, you want to log in, you want personnel, you want admin A to log in, and you want admin B to log in. So from their system, right? And you want admin B to log in from his or her system. In ZK Access 3.5, you would have to install ZK Access 3.5 on both systems, right? But in ZK BioAccess IVS, you can just have a centralized system, install your BioAccess IVS, then get the IP address and share it within your organization so any of your administrators can access. So that's ZK BioAccess IVS for you. So that makes it stand out from ZK Access 3.5. And the scenario two is that let's say you're having the scenario two is let's say uh, you have multiple locations. Although ZK Bio Access IVS is for SMEs, but still we have SMEs with multi locations, right? So with ZK Bio Access IVS, you can also install it on your uh, on your server. So once you do that, you can set a public address and share the public address to uh, your personnel's your administrators in each locations in different areas. Then they can access BioAccess IVS remotely and make changes. Probably you want to add a user from their area. Probably there's a device in their area and they want to add a user from their area to uh, they want to add a user from their area to, excuse me. So they want to add a user from their area to the main headquarters, so they can do that. So that these are the things ZK Access 3.5 won't give you. And uh, in terms of VMS, video management system, also ZK Access 3.5 can do that. So in ZK Bio Access IBS, it comes with different modules that I'm going to be showing you, right? So, and one of the things is you also get our support, right? You get our support. You get our full-time support when you are using ZK Bio Access IVS. So when you have any issue, you reach out to us, we support you. But if you have any issue with ZK Access 3.5, all we are going to do is uh, to tell you to change to ZK Bio Access IVS. So and ZK Access, BioAccess IVS have been built and modified in such a way to support PostgreSQL database, MS SQL, and Oracle. So the three major database being used by uh, developers to store the data. So so ZK BioAccess IVS comes with that. So unlike ZK Access 3.5, when you have just Microsoft Office Access, right, and MSQ Server 2005, which is a very stale and old database structure. So you can see the difference between ZK Access 3.5 and ZK BioAccess IVS. You can see how different they are. So you can see how the robustness ZK BioAccess IVS gives. So you do remote login, supports our new generation device, multiple admin login in the same location, multiple administration login in different location according to your architecture. These are the things ZK Access 3.5 won't give to you. So why BioAccess IVS? So just like I mentioned, sales of standalone access control device takes accounts for 80 percent or more of total access control sales. So this part is basically for the you installers that wants to, if you want to give a reason to your clients on why you should adopt ZK Access IBS. So ZK Access IBS provides more modules and functions. So like I said, provides modules and functions that will cover uh, the needs of most of small medium enterprise. So people ask which type of hardware is supported in ZK Access IBS. Like I told you, we have standalone access control F18, F21. So and the visible light devices, our new visible light devices that uh, these are our speed phase V5, phase depot. So these they can support ZK Access IBS. But if you're using ZK Access 3.5, I'm sorry, visible light facial recognition devices won't work. So these are the devices that can work with the hardware that can be supported with ZK BioAccess 3. ZK BioAccess IVS. So for the attendance module, so although we have our own management, we have a dedicated management for attendance, right, which is more robust than the attendance module in ZK Power Access IVS. So we have Bow Time NG, we have Bow Time Cloud, Bow Time, which is Bow Time NG. So if you want, if you are taking, so it is two ways. If you're making, it is two ways. So if you're making access control a major frontier in your organizational structure, right? So you can go for ZK Bio Access IVS. So then you know that you're not really focused on attendance. So you can just make use of the modules. But if you're making attendance a major frontier of your organization, you go for Time NG. So I've had Time NG training. I'm still going to be having it to show you the functionalities and how it works. So these are the devices that support the attendance modules. Like I said, our visible light recognition devices. So the special offerings. So speed phase, so still part of the devices offered by uh, uh, that supports ZK BioAccess IVS. So when you want to get, although in my last training, I had the training on products that can support Biotime NG uh, and Biotime 8 and ZK TimeNet. So now these are the products that support our ZK BioAccess IVS. So and this is their specification. So you can just take these models and you can reach out to us if you have any other questions you want to ask as regards how you want to implement your control. So in the video management system modules, these are the cameras that support the Bio Ultra series, the Bio Pro series, the Bio Echo series. So these are the cameras that support the video module. I'm going to be showing you in real time. I'm going to be showing you the software architecture. So I just want to take you through uh, the products and solutions that support ZK BioAccess IVS. So in this part, these are the NVR. So these are the video recorders that supports BioAccess IVS. So to show you how robust it is, so the VMS, it has a client, it has a plugin. If you want to use a video management system, so it has a plugin in which you download to enable your video management system work on ZK BioAccess IVS. So these are the features of our video management system modules on ZK BioAccess 3.5. So preview, playback, query, personnel by image content, facial recognition, supports for standard screen segmentation. So all these modules are what you get in our VMS module. So more details on the VMS module. So I'm going to be showing you a quick I'm going to be showing you the modules in real time in soon. So just for you to get uh, the modules that are supported. So those things that are supported in Baltime IVS. So all in one visual management system based on the modules of access control could be operated in one platform. So that's what they are telling you, that you can integrate um, your access control, time and attendance, and CCTV in one platform, so you can integrate them. But if, like I said, if you are making access control a frontier in your the major frontier in your organization system, so you go for BioAccess IVS. But if you are making attendance the major frontier, you go for uh, Time NG. So these are the details of the VML modules: white and black, stranger alarm list. So it has a linkage, it has access control linkage. So you can link your access control devices. Let's say you want to use you want to use a camera for your access control system rather than using devices. So you want, when someone comes in, the camera identifies the face and gives access to the door. So there's a room for access control linkage, facial recognition linkage for access control, and attendance point record too. So like you see here. So, and you can also do playback. So this is uh you can also do playback and export by alarm events. So these are the modes. So you can see how you can see the robustness of the ZK BioAccess IVS. So all these things you won't see them in ZK Access 3.5. So you won't see this the full functionalities of all these things in ZK Access 3.5. So that's why we implore people to to try it out. Try ZK BioAccess IVS out. So we are always here to give you standard support on it. So this is the system structure. Like I said, you can integrate access control. So the access control to the controller to the IVS system. So like I said, when you're using, let's say you want to use a camera for your access control. You want to do a face. You have a face detection camera that detects face. So as you're walking through us, as a personnel or a visitor is walking towards the entrance, the camera detects the face, then sends it to the controller or the bow lights NVR. Then it uploads the face recognition to ZK BioAccess IVS. Then ZK BioAccess IVS does is to match the face with the existing users on the platform, then give access. So this is the system structure of ZK BioAccess IVS. So it also has coronavirus symptoms alerts too. So um, so this is one of our products uh, that stands out on our new gen product, the Speed Face V5. TD, and the Prophase. So these are touchless biometric solutions that can work with ZK BioAccess IVS, but you can't use them with ZK Access 3.5. You can't. So they can't work with ZK Access 3.5. So let me show you. Let me show you the interface. So as you can see, this is the interface. This is for those of us that have not gotten uh, to know what ZK BioAccess IVS is. So this is ZK BioAccess IVS. So it is still as simple. If you are familiar with biosecurity, you know that these structures are quite simple. So there's a standardized structure um, for application development from ZK Teco. So they make these things in such a way that you they make these things in such a way that you can have uh easy you can have easy access and easy management on ZK BioAccess IVS. So this is the personnel. So I can create a new personnel. So I can add access level to those personnel. So I can create a department. I can create a department. I can create a department, give it a number, then add new. All right, muted. So I can create a department, then segment my personnel under those departments. So any personnel I create here, so I can set access for them. So let me show you. So in the access control module, so I have here access levels. I can also set time zones. So what time do I want uh, my access control? What time do I want it to work on Monday? What start time? What end time? So do I want it to start by 8 o'clock, or do I want it to start by 6 o'clock? And do I want it to end by 12 o'clock? Do I want it to end by 1 o'clock? So I can do all that. So I can set my access level. So I can set my access level by levels. So just like I showed you here, I can set it by levels, or I can set it by persons. So by persons, it means any access level I create, I can assign it to just one person. It's just one person. So, and I can set access also by departments. So, and I can also view transactions, views events that happens from today. So this is basically what the access control module is about. So a lot of people ask me, how do I set up uh, my device with to support uh, ZK BioAccess IVS? So it is very simple. It takes a simple process. I'll be showing you. I'm having a device here. So this is SpeedPhase V5. As you can see, this is the SpeedPhase V5, and setting up a device to work with ZK BioAccess IVS is very simple. So I'm promoting our SpeedPhase device. So try and get it. So our SpeedPhase, this is one of our visible light recognition devices. So by visible light, it means, so even at night, it still detects face. It detects your face even at night. So that's why they are visible lights, and they come with Android systems. So this, you can't configure this with ZK Access 3.5. You can't. So I'll show you how you can set it up. So there are two ways, but the first way I won't recommend that, because the device might you might be having issues. So the first way is to add manually. So you can add manually and the device pops up without coming online. So one thing I recommend people to do is is to search for the device. So when you click on search button here, so but before you do that, so you have to ensure that number one, your device is connected to a network. So as you can see here, so one of the advantages of visible IP is that it has a wireless communication, so you can connect wirelessly. So my device is connected wirelessly to my organization. So in the network settings, I've connected to my wireless network here. So if you are using a LAN cable, so you can just go for TCP/IP, so and enable DHCP in your LAN cable, right? So in the Wi-Fi section, I've connected my device to my network. So first thing you do, you enable DHCP. So you ensure that you note this IP. So my IP is 192.168.3.172, right? That's the IP set on my device. So uh, the most important thing to do now is to configure the cloud server settings. So people get confused when they get to the cloud server settings. You see server address, you see server ports, right? This part, by server address, all you need to do is input the IP of your BioAccess IVS. And to give you a quick experience, I'm actually accessing this ZK BioAccess IVS from another network. So this IVS is not on my system as I'm talking right now because I'm using a MacBook right now. So, and MacBook won't support uh, iOS, Mac OS devices, Mac OS operating system won't support uh, BioAccess IVS. So you can't download BioAccess IVS on your system. So on your Mac system. So for people that have issues like that, so yeah, you can install BioAccess IVS on your organization server, Windows server, or on any PC that is Windows supported. When you do that, you can access it on your MacBook or from anywhere. So like I'm currently doing now. So, this is my IP 192.168.3.134. So it is this IP I'm going to input here. I'm going to input that IP here in my server address section here. So as you can see, this is 192.168.3.134. In my server port, I won't be putting 8098. If you put 8098 in the server port, the device won't come up. So because the default server port for communication for BioAccess IVS and also biosecurity, the default server port for communication is 8088. Unlike BioTime8, when you are installing BioTime8, the server port of your software has to be. I know most of us are familiar with BioTime8. So when you are installing BioTime8, the server port has to be set on your device. The server port of BioTime8, just like I have it in 1898 here, you have to set it on the device in BioTime8. But in BioAccess IVS or BioSecurity V5000, your server port has to be 8088 because that's the default communication port that enables connection between any of our access control management softwares with devices. So that's what you put here. Then once you do that, all you just have to do is search. So you search for the device. So I'm currently searching for the device. Note that I said my IP is 192.168.3.172. So you are going to be seeing a series of IP addresses. So if they are in your organization, so these are IP addresses that are in my of devices in my organization. So we just pick it up from the network. So that's why I recommend you using this. So if you are not seeing the IP, you just have to know that. So by then you know that yeah, there's something wrong Probably it is my connection settings. So all this will give you an idea of where to look at, of where to um, look at when you are trying to configure your device to your network. So it gives you a direction. So if I don't see my IP here, I know that yeah, there's something wrong with my device connection. What am I doing wrong? So and if I should check my cloud server setting and I see that everything is set, I'll know that oh, it is my internet. It is my internet connectivity. My device is not on DHCP, is not connected to the network. So it gives you like a view or a direction of how you're going to ensure a proper connection with your management software and your device. So yeah, like I said my IP is 192.168.3.172, right? So I'm going to search for that IP in here. So when I search for that IP, 168.3.172, so this is it. So as you can see, this is Speedface V5, right? So I'm going to add the device. So I can give it a name. So I can add area name. So area name is always by default. So the location of your device. So you can set area. You can create a new area before before you add your device. So I'm going to leave it in this default area. Icon type door. Is it flat barrier or door? Right. So devices you can on our speed styles and tone styles. So just like our Mouse Pro, our SBTL, they have a module where you can they have a point on the device where you can mount uh they have a point on them where you can mount devices. So devices like this, devices like visible light readers and all that. So it's it gives you like the platform gives you like a specification of where the device is placed. Is it on flat barriers or is it on a door, right? So it said that you can also add to level. So the levels you've created. So do I want these to be on a 24 hours level? So general level is always a default, like I showed you. 24 hours, you can set your level from you can say morning, you want this device to be given access just only in the morning, right? You can do that. So let's say from 8 to 12, so you can set the access, you are setting access level. I click on OK. Yeah, then I close. You see, nothing pops up. So when people get this, they reach out to us and say their device is not adding, they've done a lot of things. All you just have to do is click on these dot settings continuously and your device pops up. You click on this continuously or you click refresh continuously. So when they click, they go again and search again and see that it's not. So all you have to do is refresh because what you just did is to you've sent some certain parameters with your your management software from the device, right? So you've established the connection already. So the thing is for the device to pull out uh, the the established connections for you to see and manage, right? So all you have to do is when you've added it, you just have to refresh. Then when you refresh and you see that this thing is not still working, you can just try and check your server controller. As you can see, this is my device. This is my speed face. My speed face is added, so I can edit it and give it a name. Give it a name. So this is basically how to add a device. So and you can also sync data to the device. Let's say you created a personnel here. So I'm going to make a video of how you can do all this, but when you get it, it is a seamless process, right? It is a seamless process. All you have to do is download BioAccess IVS. It gives you free for 1 month, 30 days. So you can test before getting before subscribing. So these are the modules that I activated. So you can choose not to, if you are concerned about just access, you can choose not to use the video modules. So the license works with modules, right? As you can see here, employee I activated for 50. 50 points means 50 employees, right? I can have up to 50 employees. Personnel means I can have up to 2,000 personnel. I can have up to departments. I can have up to 200. I can create up to 200 departments. I can create up to 200 areas. So if I don't want this video, I can just remove it. I can remove this video and the price is going to get reduced. So if you need more information about license or anything, just reach out to us. Sales personnel are going to give you a detailed breakdown you can on how you can subscribe for each of these modules. So this is basically uh, what the ZK BioAccess IVS does. So also in the attendance modules, so you can also set shifts, just like we have on BioTime, but it is not as robust as BioTime NG. So like I said from the beginning, if you're making access control a frontier of your organization system, go for ZK BioAccess IVS. But if you're making attendance a frontier of your organization system, go for BioTime NG or BioTime 8. So in the access control modules, it has functionalities that um, all the functionalities that some of the functionalities that Baltime NG has. So it has timetable. You can add the timetable just like you do, check in, check out. So you can add shifts, you can schedule personnel to whatever. So one thing about this is in this personnel module, it is ZK Access IVS is built for the integration of various modules. So when you have your personnel created here, any personnel created here is going to reflect on every module. So you can add them to any module. So by default, uh, BioAccess IVS comes with the door module, the access module, the attendance module, the video module, and its temperature detection module. So as you can see, if you're using temperature detection devices, you can also do real-time monitoring like our visible light devices like our ProFace TD. So when you see anything TD, if you see speed phase TD, that's temperature detection. So let's move back to let's go to the FAQ. So the main concern, so these are the questions people get to ask. What can we do if you have any questions to ask, you can start dropping your question on the chat box. You can start dropping your question, or you can raise your hand up if you have any question you want to ask. So kindly raise your hand if you have any question you want to ask. So by doing that, so if you have any question, kindly raise your hand. So the main concern is what if the project exceeds $25? Yeah. So if you have an organization where 25 does means you are using multiple controllers, you're adding multiple modules. So if if the number of doors, the number of access control doors you're adding, if it exceeds 25, then all we just have to do, because everything is still based on the licensing and all that. So there's an upgraded version of ZK BioAccess IVS but the license comes at a cost. So, and that is ZKBAL's Security V5000. So, ZKBAL's Security V5000 is not for SMEs, it's for organizations with a large amount uh, security systems and large amounts of employees. Organization having like 2,000 employees, 3,000 employees. So we give them ZKBAL Security V5000. So someone is asking, can the communication port be changed to Mr. Michael Uwazi? Like, uh, can the communication port be changed to any other number? No, you can't change the communication port to any other number. You can't change the communication port. So ports in BioAccess IVS are 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 they are not dynamic, right? They are static. So static in the sense that they comes by default with BioAccess IVS and they come as 8088. So when you are setting up a connection from your device to the software, you have to use that 8088 in your server. Unlike Bowtime Hate. So in Bowtime Hate, you know you would have to set your server port according to the port that was assigned to to your to your software. Let me show you this. I'm sorry. So you can see here that the port that was assigned to my software. So the ports are just like, here's what a port is. A port is like a number given to a certain application on on a system. Right? It's just like room. You know when you have hotel have numbers, right? So and let's say you are going to an hotel now and you want to and you need a room. You want to see someone at a particular room in the hotel. What they'll give you is the room number, right? So the room number is also basically what we want to tell our computer system is the number. So we want our computer system to route us to where this is. If I should put just the IP address and put 8088, then I'm saying on this network address, I want to visit this port. So on this computer system, because IP are names that are given to computer systems, they can be network names, uh, the names can be given through a network, and every network you connect with tries to give a name to any system connected with it. So that's the best of IP addresses. So for the port is now pointing you that where on that system, IP address is the system, yeah. So it has been recognized that okay, this this system or the network gives a name to this system 192.168.3.134. The system wants to talk to the device, right? Very simple analogy. Difference on the system wants to talk to the device. In my class server setting, what I need to do is put the what I need to do is what I need to do is put the system name that was given by my router, which is 192.168.3.134, put it on the device, right? So when I put it on the device, when I put it on the device, my device is still going to ask me where on this system do you want me to access? Where exactly? What application do you want me to access on this device? So in the case of Bowtime hits, the uh the you have to connect to the device and
Hello, are we done?
It seems he's having network challenge. Please, let's wait for him a bit, please. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Apologies, there was a downtime. So, like the question that was asked. So you have to use that default communication port. So I don't know if you get what I was saying. I was trying to make I gave a scenario. I made an analogy that the IP address is a name given by the router or the Wi-Fi that any of your devices connected to or your system. That's the IP address. So your system gives the name your system gives to the applications on it are the port number. So you see the linkage. The router to gives a name to your system, which is the IP address. Your system gives name to your applications, which is the port number. So on biosecurity and BioAccess IVS, when you install BioAccess IVS, it comes with a default communication port, which is 8088. So that name is it doesn't use the name given by the system. So this BioAccess IVS was installed on the host system, BioAccess now, is the port given to this BioAccess IVS is 8098, but the default communication port that can allow communication from device to from the device to the host system is 8088 on BioAccess IVS. So it comes by default as 8088 on BioAccess IVS. But on Biotime 8, you are still going to use the same port for communication. BioAccess and BioSecurity V5000, they don't use these ports assigned by the system for communication. They come with a default port, which is 8088. So because I get a lot of people come to me with issues of device not connecting, and this is like the major problem that arises when a device is not connected. So this is like the major problem that arises when a device is not connected. So, Mr. Monsuru, can you ask your question? Mr. Monsuru, ask your question. So, if you have any question, raise your hand up. Okay.
Oh, yeah, my question is the device that, because although I joined lately, but
Sorry, I
what
can't hear you.
can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. So my question is, though I joined lately, so this device that you're trying to introduce to us now, you made mention of it can be synchronized with using a camera or an MVR that will capture it. So, though I was not clear in that aspect. So now, there is a what was it called? It has, if I may get you, I said it has a facial recognition that will capture, what's it called, the face of uh individual into a database which is like a registered, and you're trying to
Okay.
explain that there's a connection. So I want you to explain that there is a connection that is connected to that this in MDR or something that is going to check the
Okay.
the
So, your NVL, they are video recorders, right? So, your
yeah,
NVL gets, so just like you can see my screen, right?
yeah.
So, your NVR, so let us isolate, let me load my screen so you can see. So, your NVR, sorry, we're having a bit of a downtime. So your NVR, so you can see my screen, right?
I can see us. No, still loading. Yeah, I can see your screen now.
Yeah. So your NVR gets info. You manage your cameras on your NVR, right?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Yes. So all the informations of your cameras are gotten from your NVR, right?
Yeah.
Now, now, so what I was saying is you can use camera for access control. So it comes like this. You have an NVR, you have a camera, then you have our platform. So in our video management system, so there's a point called linkage.
Okay.
Okay, let me show. So in the linkage section, you can link you can make your camera act as an access control device, right? So you fix your camera to the NVR. So when someone, let's say a visitor is approaching your entrance, the camera or personnel is approaching your entrance, the camera does what? Captures the face, sends the information to the NVR. The NVR sends the information to the what? To our management software and checks for the data, the facial data of that person on our management software, which is BioAccess IVS. So once it verifies the face and that, it is very quick. It is something that happens in like 3 seconds. You get to the entrance with face. You get so 3-4 seconds. It happens very fast. It opens the door. So it matches the personnel's face, just like you use fingerprint devices, or just like you connect visible light devices. So if you work with our visible light devices, it still like does the same, performs the same structure. The only thing is that our visible light device doesn't need an NVR or anything. So you just have to add it to the system. So it's to the management platform. Compare your existing face on the platform, then use that to give you access. So that's basically the system structure, how it works. So, and I'm telling you, you can also achieve that with face detection cameras. Yeah, I hope you're clear on that. So I have Mr. Temitope Bello. Mr. Temitope Bello. Mr. Temitope Bello, kindly unmute your mic and ask your question.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, please, these devices that you are saying now, if you connect your camera to your NVR,
Yeah.
connect it to the device, that is, you mean as you are doing like 3 or all in one? Does that mean all in one?
So your device, your NVR, right?
Yes,
You have your camera with your NVR. You can't have your camera without your NVR because your NVR
yes,
stores your data on your camera, right?
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So your NVR is connected to our video management software, which is on video management module, which is on BioAccess IVS.
Okay, so I'm getting that video management apart
Yeah.
from the NVR. Then I'll connect the NVR to the video management.
Yes, our BioFace lights. So you connect it to the video management. So any info, so you can do, there's this point they call there's this linkage, access linkage. So you can do that linkage by using the camera, making the camera stand as an access control device.
Okay. Then
Yes.
secondly, does it have to be internet connected?
Yes, you have to have your device connected to your network, but it is not necessarily that it has to be on internet, because basically as long as the device is installed
Yes.
on your software, so you are not using a management,
And
you are not using a web-based management software. You are using
okay,
application that can be
okay,
accessed on the
there
web.
is not necessary for it to be connected on internet,
No, no,
because
no.
at times I install for residential mostly. So those
Yeah.
residential, the disadvantage part of it is when it is internet connected, we'll be saying, how long will I be using data? So okay, that's what I want to ask you.
Yeah, okay. So all you just
Okay,
have to do is just install the VMS on their system, then try and do all the linkage offline.
okay,
So all
okay,
to achieve that, yes.
okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So if you have any other question or ask, or you can just chat chat up and we'll take it from there. So this is one. So let's move to the FAQ so people can So what about after sales support? We give you after sales support. So like the first one, like I said, if the project exceeds 25 doors, so you move to ZK Biosecurity V5000. So V5000 have so many modules. It has a lot of modules that you can use, that you can it has lot of modules that are supported that you can use. So with V5000, and it supports a large voluminous number of employees and number of security systems that can be integrated together compared to ZK BioAccess IVS. ZK BioAccess IVS is basically built for SMEs. So it's basically built for SMEs, small, medium enterprise. But if you are doing a project, let's say a big organization project, you go for ZK Biosecurity V5000. So ZK BioAccess IVS is built with a touch of ZK Biosecurity V5000. So it's not like they are entirely different that you have to study one. So if you know ZK BioAccess IVS, if you get your hands around it, you'll be able to use that knowledge to uh, to adopt ZK Biosecurity V5000. So, what about after sales support? So, we provide you support, online support, software upgrade service, software maintenance. We provide you, we give you that support. So, you can reach out to us on ZK. You go to www.zkteco-wa.com. So, let me do that from here because a lot of people tend to. So, when you go to our page on our West Africa, uh, ZK West Africa. So you see this chat with Dave. It pops up. So you see this pop up. So when you ask any question here, we'll reach out to you real time, fast, very fast, and in a minute we get back to you on any question you ask. So you don't have to stress as to why, oh, you want to get device, you want to do anything. You can just uh, come to our zkteco-wa.com, come to our website, then you input any support related thing you want here, or if you want to make inquiry, you put it here, and we take it up from there. So it is very simple and straightforward. So someone asked what's the minimum number of people it can accommodate. So it can take up to 50 employees and up to 2,000 employee transactions. So it can take up to 50 employees and up to 2,000 employee transactions. And you can also, so one good thing about a minimum of minimum number of people you can accommodate, minimum, you can use minimum one, two, you get, that's minimum. This question should be what is the maximum number of people you can accommodate, and I'll now tell you that you can extend in your license. You can request from us for more for addition of employee numbers on the ZK BioAccess IVS. So and also addition of doors. So once it exceeds that number, and we see that you're coming in with requests of maybe, let's say you want 50 doors, you want 50 door points, then we'll now advise you to make use of ZK Biosecurity, or more than 25 door points. We now advise you to make use of ZK Biosecurity V5000. So that's basically what it. But minimum number one, two, you can have you can have one, you can have 10, 15 to up to 25. So, and if you enjoy the platform, you can request for more numbers. So we give that to you. So, but normally when it exceeds 50, we give recommendations to our clients to migrate to ZK Bio Security V5000. So when you chat here, we pick it up and we respond to you like quickly. So you don't need to have any issues as regards after sales support. So how to upgrade the stuff? So we do upgrade from the back end. So we do that. We do that. Our developers do that. So when it comes up, sorry, there's a bit of a downtime. So when it comes up, you can go to the about section of the ZK BioAccess IVS and you perform your upgrade. So what's the difference between ZK BioAccess IVS and ZK Access 3.5? So like I mentioned, ZK BioAccess IVS gives you a better platform. It supports our new gen products such as our visible light technology, supports multi administration login. So admin can log in from anywhere at any given time compared to ZK Access 3.5. So ZK Access 3.5 can't do that. So you can from anywhere. Like I gave the example, this is what I'm using here right now. ZK BioAccess IVS is not on my system. So someone is asking about time 8 question. This is a BioAccess IVS section, not about time 8 section. But that you're saying, can I transfer to another system? So if you are transferring your about time 8 to another system, you can do that. But you reach out to our sales personnel that you want to make a transfer. You send them your whole license, then they get back to you on that. So what is someone is asking what is ZK Access 3.5 plan? ZK Access 3.5 has been discontinued and is not supported. So it has been discontinued. It is not supported by us. So all right. So brings me to the end of this meeting. So by the other week, I'm going to be taking you on more on uh, different solutions we have and different products and sections. Kindly bear with us. There's a bit of a downtime, so kindly bear with us. Thank you very much. We appreciate you for coming. So we meet in 2 weeks. Bye.